Greetings, everyone. I'm Pete Pardo from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to my 30 favorite cover songs of all time, right? This is day one, pick number one. I'm not really doing these in any order. Kind of ranking these was kind of tough, so I said I gave up even trying to attempt it. But yeah, cover songs originally done by a band or artist, and maybe the original is really good or great, or maybe it's unknown, right? But then another band or artist decided to cover it later on. And we maybe even love those cover versions even more, right? So these are notable covers, right? There's a lot of shitty covers, right? Great songs that were covered by a million people and they're all just kind of plain Jane, right? Nah. We're looking for the ones that are kind of extra special. Like I said, maybe we love the original, but we like the cover just as much or more. Or maybe we never even heard the original, right? Or the original is not familiar to us, but that cover became synonymous with that song, right? So it could be either or. So every day it's going to be one cover version. I'm going to talk about the cover song that I really like a lot, and then I'll talk a little bit about the original song as well. So this particular, I'm trying to think of the order that we should do this in. So let's go back to the original first, right? So this particular song, originally released and recorded 1968 on the debut album from a band called The Crazy World of Arthur Brown. Fire is the name of the song. So this was the big hit off of this album, right? What do you call fire? It's, fire, dun, 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 take you to burn, right? Arthur Brown, got a crazy vocal, right? He was kind of doing these kind of screamy, almost heavy metalish type things really early on. But the music here is very psychedelic. Kind of, there's a little bit of soul on here, a little bit of kind of early prog on here, I guess you could say. But Fire is just a really, really cool song. And, remember the early video, right? The visuals, him with the paint on and everything like that. It's very, very cool stuff. A very cool song. I like it a lot. But I tell you, like 20 some odd years later, another band decided to record a version of Fire on their album that was released August 23rd, 1991. And they did an amazing job of it. And I wouldn't say I necessarily like it more than the original, because the original is really cool. It's legendary, but I think this cover is dynamite. And I really like what they brought to the table. They kind of did it straight up, but they added some extra things like this cool guitar solos in there, and I love the vocals big time. The album is Paradise Lost. The band is Cirith Ungol. Okay, the great Ventura, California, American power metal, doom metal band. And this was their first album in a couple of years, and the last album for quite a long time, right before they got back together and put something else out in the 2000s. But this album comes in at track number 3 on the original CD, and it's done really, really well. It's even a little bit longer than the Arthur Brown version of it. Here we've got the lineup here. Tim Baker on vocals. Tim Baker for a lot of people is kind of like, you either love him or you don't. I remember the first time I ever listened to Cirith Ungol way back in the early 80s, I was kind of thinking, man, that guy's got a kind of a weird-ass gravelly voice, right? Got really used to his vocals over the years. I really like his singing style. He's so unique, so different. And I always love the music of this band because it's just like, it doesn't really fit in any weird category. It's metal, but it's like, it's kind of proggy and it's kind of doomy and it's kind of power metal-y and classic metal and epic metal and all that stuff rolled into one. And the guys are still going today, which is great. But Tim's an amazing singer, and he handles this song so well because he's got that kind of raspy thing going on. It just sounds so good. We got Jim Barraza on guitars, Robert Warrenberg on bass, Vernon Green also on bass on the album, and then Robert Garvin, of course, founding member and drummer. Robert, what's going on, Robert and Tim? Both two really cool guys. But yeah, Fire is done really, really well on here. And like I mentioned, it's a little bit longer than the original. I think theirs is just a shade over 3 minutes, whereas the original is like 2 and change, I believe. Yeah, 2. So it's like about a 10-second difference, which is not a hell of a lot. But it's done really, really well. They handle the pace of the song is really good. It's obviously a little heavier, right? Because Cirith Ungol are a metal band. This doesn't really have a lot of that psychedelic edge that the original does, but that's the cool thing about it. It does it up in a metal way. and it's just got the riffs are really, really great, driving you through the whole song. Whereas, the original's got all that organ. Here you've got all guitars, cranking guitars, and some blistering solos towards the end. And I love how Tim just kind of takes you out, his vocal just towards the last 20 seconds of the song. Just so good. Really love it a lot. It's a blistering cover that it sits on this album really, really well. It's almost like I sometimes come down on bands when they do cover songs, especially metal bands, because sometimes they're a little uninspired. This is really, really good. It's on a very underrated album by them. A lot of people talk about their really early albums, which were all great, and the latter ones have been great. I think this one's kind of forgotten because it was their only album in the 90s, but it's really great. And look at that cover artwork. So good. All their album covers are so cool. So yeah, that's my pick for today. Really dig this cover song a lot. Fire from Cirith Ungol, of course, a remake of the classic Crazy World of Arthur Brown track from that debut album. This one right here. So if you've heard it, let us know what you think of it down in the comments below. If you haven't, go check it out. I think the whole point of this episode or this topic this month is to kind of talk about cool cover songs, because we always talk about the shitty ones all the time, right? It seems like I'm always coming down on people doing covers, bands doing covers, but we're going to kind of concentrate on the really good ones. So if you haven't heard Cirith Ungol's Fire, please go check it out. Again, it's from this album, Paradise Lost. And hope you dig it. It's good. It pays tribute to the original and does some cool different things and metals it up quite a bit, which is kind of neat. So thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for another one. Visit us on the web at www.theatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options. Thanks in advance for all your support, folks. It's greatly appreciated. We'll see you soon here with more stuff. Tune in for the UK Connection in just a couple hours. Ranking the albums of Heat tomorrow. Talking jazz with Mike Antonelli. We're going to be talking about John Scofield. That's all coming up this weekend. Till then, I'm Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.